Hey there everybody, this is Lady Heart here. Today we're going to be analyzing, well, my first analytical video is going to be of episode 25 of season 1, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. And this episode is called Party of One. This episode was brilliantly written by Meghan McCarthy. I can't get into how awesome this episode was. First, we're introduced into the whole situation with Gummy's birthday, which is totally mind-boggling. And if I was to invite all my friends to my parties the way Pinkie does, which is like this whole debacle of singing to them, dressing in costume, I probably would be like doors slammed in my face. But it's Pinkie and we love her. And, well, like I said, Pinkie. We get to meet a whole side of Pinkie that we've never, ever, ever seen. And I have to say, as a person with a what you would call it, maybe a behavioral problem, particularly bipolar disorder, it's kind of like an episode for those types of ponies. And all of us can just be like, we understand you, Pinkie, we love you. Because Pinkie has a dark side, and I love Pinkamena. She's not my favorite pony, but that's here and there. First, you have Pinkie's party about Gummy, which apparently is the most awkward party of the year. You put tricks into the bombing for apples tank. Your alligator is obviously swimming inside the punch bowl, which poor Rarity has to drink. And then you put both Fluttershy and Twilight Sparkle into walls. Girl, you be crazy. Just saying. Then Pinkie's party is all over and everyone has to go home. The following day, well, poor Pinkie, the whole thing had to start out with Twilight being like, let's do this again sometime. And Pinkie's like, oh my goodness, parties every day. And so Pinkie hands out invitations to another party, which obviously her friends can't go to. Why are they all making these excuses? It's kind of weird to her, considering her friends just yesterday were like, yeah, gung-ho about all these parties. She goes on the offensive, and she's trying to figure out what everyone's doing, which the least likely. She watches as Twilight puts a stack of books in the room, saying she has to study. Rarity and her whole, I have to wash my hair, but my hair was clean, and now it's not clean, and now it's gonna be clean again. Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy actually have the most reasonable excuse other than Applejack, which she picks apples. She's Applejack. That's what she does. She picks apples. So, as she finds out all these lame excuses from her friends, she becomes very offended, and tries to go in looking for these things. We get these really cool disguises, especially the whole Pinkie dressed as a bale of hay kind of thing. Everyone knows it's Pinkie in the bale of hay. Well, okay, not everyone. Rainbow Dash knew it was Pinkie, and Fluttershy freaked the heck out when she saw the talking bale of hay. So after confronting Applejack, she becomes more and more defensive and offended to the whole idea that her friends no longer want to talk to her. She thinks it. Really, if you understand mental disability ponies, it's a mindset. You have to actually, either you're in one set of mindset or you're in another. And it's an up and down, hills and valleys thing. And Pinkie's hair deflates, which shows us that she's gone completely off her rocker. And then she starts talking to inanimate objects and actually thinks they're talking to her. Never mind the fact that prior to all this, she forces Spike to say what she wants to say. This is the pony that usually has everything held together. She's the element of laughter, for goodness sake. Now, let me sit upon Pinkabina Diane Pie. As we know a little bit about Pinkie, her rock farm upbringing, the way she got a cutie mark, everything, her entire family has this blah attitude. And I think the new book is coming out where we learn a little bit more of Pinkie's background. But as the fandom has absolutely embraced Pinkamena, which is this evil, dark side of Pinkie, we have to ask ourselves, what is there more in Pinkie, and why? When are we going to see it? This is a pony who is, I guess, faster than Rainbow Dash by hopping. She mimics Pepe Le Pew. She thinks like the highest of every pony. She's got a memory of a freaking supercomputer. She breaks the fourth wall all the time. I don't think there has hardly ever been an episode where I've seen Pinkie break the fourth wall. Hardly any ever. All of them have just had one instance where she's broken the fourth wall somewhere. But back to the point, eventually Rainbow Dash shows up and she's got to convince Pinkie to go, which doesn't work because Pinkamena is just like dead set in her ways. No. Drags her to Applejack's farm and Pinkie finds out it's her own birthday. This is an episode where you're kind of like, how did you miss that? You're a supercomputer. You know everybody's birthday. You know everyone's name. You know everything about any pony everywhere and everything. It's nuts. So we learn a little bit about Pinkie. The fact that it's easy for Pinkie to forget about Pinkie when she's thinking of everybody else. So what is any pony to do? It's Pinkie Pie. This episode's really good points have been the song in the beginning, which Pinkie is just amazing in. The idea that we've all gone through this whole debacle where we think our friends don't like us anymore because they don't talk to us. Everybody goes through these little spurts in their lives where they have no conversations with their friends whatsoever. But that's okay. Your friends may be doing something else for some other reason. Maybe for you. Maybe not for you. You just kind of gotta go with it. But like I have said previously, this episode really, really sits upon the fact that we've learned that Pinkie has a mental problem. There's something wrong with that pony's head. And her hair is the only indication of sad Pinkie, mad Pinkie, and happy Pinkie, go lucky Pinkie. Analyzing everything else about the episode, there's just been ingenious things, specifically like Spike. The best line from Rarity is when...
Do I put this delicately? You smell like a rotten apple core that's been wrapped in moldy hay and dipped in dragon perspiration.
Exactly. Spike is taking out her trash. He apparently can float like a little balloon, and she's pop. Go home, little Spikey Wikey. So, what do you think about this episode? Put it in the comments below. What episodes do you want to see me analyze? I have a really wide range of things to say to you guys. I can't wait to actually start analyzing more, specifically giving you my headcanon. Look, coming up soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everypony.